the National Football League. Brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Baltimore.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Jackson, look wide, get this one complete. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Arlington in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll run with Dowdle. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Bateman is the motion man. A first down throw for Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now on 2nd down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. A return coming from the 14. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yeah!
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. He's going nowhere. Gonna lose yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just gonna have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. 3rd down coming up.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He's got it! And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. A big connection from Dak to CD. 52 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Now Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
3rd and goal for Prescott. And that is caught. He fought through the contact for the touchdown. There is a marker down, but that may be on the defense. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Go. Sit up.
Now Jackson. He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Miami. Sit up.
Jackson looking to throw. He'll run again.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Miami.
Here's Jackson. There he goes again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Cavante Turpin on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, 26.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah. Here we go. Wait, 26.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go, 47. Yeah. Here we go. 26.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. To throw is Jackson. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. That's taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough. First down. Handoff here, up the middle. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he will get into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Jackson now. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
21, Ravens 7.
They go three tight ends here on first and 10. On the handoff, running left is Henry. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
13.
Throwing Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Back to throw, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
There's one.
Jackson up top again. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
And he will score! Game on! Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Jackson. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Kill! What do you think?
This drive will start on the ground. Rico Dowdle. Still going. And he's got another one. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align, and tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league.
Here's second down. Bateman is the motion man. They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete.
Bro, you got the Ravens.
They're looking